my video call box in my apartment was buzzing, and there was a strange man buzzing me. I had apparently like met some guy either online or in person, I don't remember, and he like flown to New York, and I had never seen him before in my life, and I didn't open the door.
Did you? I was gonna say, did you host him?
No, I ghosted
Wait,
him. Yes, I did.
That's not nice.
But I didn't. This could be a killer.
This makes you look like a monster.
You literally gave him your address.
I'm
Zack Peter.
I'm Jeff Epstein.
I'm a disaster dater.
I'm a disaster. Okay, looking to my side, Zach looks quite young, because I'm shocked at your 35 assessment. I'm like, wow, he looks like a young kid with his haircut.
You're trying to like make up for some. You're doing like emotional.
No, I swear to God, I'm just like, it's so crazy. He looks like a young kid.
Yeah, I've never been called 30.
I'm like,
You
maybe
look like a young kid.
You have all your fingers, but not your vision.
Oh my God, I can't see anything.
Do you wear contacts?
No, I don't wear contacts. I'm not a candidate for contacts because my curvature of my ball is not.
Get LASIK.
What a
I got
That's
LASIK
what everybody
last year.
says.
Well, you are a candidate for this podcast, so welcome.
Thank you so much,
Jonathan.
I'm such a fan. I'm so honored to be here.
You're actually not a fan because this podcast doesn't even exist yet, so
I'm a
stop
fan of
lying.
both of you, so I'm a fan of your coming together and forming a new podcast. What's it called?
I can't even take your glasses off. No, see, no, you.
Oh, now I see. Now you're young. Oh
Yes,
my God,
he's a
I was
young
so
kid, yeah.
wrong. Now I get. Oh, look at you. Oh my
No.
God,
Oh,
35.
you
Can't
young
make up
boy,
for it.
you.
No, he came in here choosing violence. He came in here and is like, you look 45.
I said
and Jeff
35.
Looks 50. Which
Disaster
is a therapist assessment.
Disaster daters,
Yeah.
by the way.
The podcast is called Disaster
That he's
Daters.
he's a big
Thank
fan
you.
of.
You're a
Oh,
big
it's a
fan.
literal.
No, that's why I was
Title.
like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, I
we
get it.
have. I said, come with some
this
stories,
podcast
whatever.
does.
Okay.
Wait, is your name? Okay. You know how oftentimes somebody named John, their full name is Jonathan.
It's not.
I was gonna say you
Oh, so you're
read
just
as
hard-
just a
it's
John.
John.
I knew it. I swear to God, I thought it was
Jonathans
last night.
are more gay.
No.
Yeah, when they use the full name. Yeah.
I know of some pretty gay Johns.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they identify as straight.
No, they identify as. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know
I'm
if we can
both.
say
I'm
that
all
here.
of it. I'm definitely gay.
You're a lesbian, honestly.
Yeah.
You do give lesbian
You really
vibes.
do, actually.
That's the age.
Is it the 46?
Because I'm past 45.
It's coming for us all.
Yeah. It means
Oh, no.
I'm just brass. I'm
I'm
down to
almost
brass
there.
tacks.
I'm in no way prepared for my lesbian era.
You're closer than
No.
you think.
I'll get comfy.
Yeah.
My twin brother gives kind of lesbian energy. So.
He's twin. You're a
Oh,
twin.
that was one on the trip. The Justin Toby that I was tagging.
Oh, so you're fraternal.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
lankier, womanly hip body.
And
that
he's
boy.
Not- is he gay?
No, but
No.
you would think so.
I wouldn't think so. I don't really know. The only footage I saw of him from that trip was collapsed onto a floor next
Yeah.
to a bed.
It's his most comfortable state.
And
Or
it's his
walking up
most
the
helpful
Titanic.
He's he's on the Titanic.
Yeah.
I remember we were like, it was like midday at the pool, and I was like, guys, what if the Titanic happened on this ship? And everyone was like, don't say that.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah, you
I was
wanna
like,
put
this
that
would be-
energy
no,
when
I-
you're on the ship. You don't want that
I
type
love,
of
so
energy
me and my
being
sister,
put
we
out
love
there.
like a natural disaster. And so I was like, oh my God, like this would be so fun. Like, and everyone's like, stop saying this.
I do too. I
Yeah.
love it. I can't wait to see Twisters.
Oh!
Oh, the
sequel.
new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you even know that we have this connection.
Oh
Speaking
no.
of sex and dating.
What?
This I'll just use first letters of names just for the sake.
Oh God.
No, it's not bad. Okay. So I at one point was dating. Well, yeah, first letter. This is a pretty obvious letter.
Why don't you just use a fake name?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, because you don't know. But it was one of your friends, starts with a Z.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes. That's actually how I know who you are.
Okay. Great.
Because and he
very
was like,
easy
oh,
to
my
crack
friend
that
John
code.
Arthur Hill. Whatever. I don't really care that much.
We're-
It's not like a
There
crazy
aren't many
thing.
names.
No, it's not really that crazy. But
Okay,
so I was
got
like,
you,
that's how
got
I knew who
you.
you were.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, and then cut to like maybe a year or so later. And I show up to this man's house who I met on Grindr.
Oh.
Starts with an M. So I'm in there, whatever. Somehow, either you or the person I dated, whatever, got brought up. And they're like, oh my God, that's so funny. They were both here for dinner last night because John is my ex.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Yeah.
How was that? How did that go?
I was okay.
Okay.
Very.
But I don't know. How do you think
What
it
is
goes?
the interesting part of this story?
There
'Cause
really
this
is. No, I'm just funny.
very
I'm just like,
vague
so
for the
we know.
audience.
So I hooked up with your ex.
Wow.
But
An
you
ex
and
a
mine were
friend.
there for dinner the night
Oh,
before.
so you guys are like Eskimo sisters.
No, we're not.
Oh.
Are we allowed to say Eskimo?
I don't
What
know.
does that
I don't
mean?
think we're allowed to say that.
Why would that
anymore.
be bad?
Sorry.
I think it's racially
no.
insensitive.
Oh God.
Listen, at this point, with half the shit we've said on this podcast, we're gonna get.
Okay. Well, I've flagged
But
it
the-
for us all.
What is the
What are we, like Canadian twins then? I don't know.
Sure, Canadian.
Yeah,
twins.
Canadian twins.
But no, we haven't
What's
because
a
I
Canadian
guess
twin?
I just made it up.
It's
Apparently, if we've
a
both had sex with the same person.
Yeah.
well, I guess
Wait,
we
so-
have because you did end up having sex with my ex.
Correct.
Okay.
A few times, actually.
Okay, no, he's the loveliest person. We had dinner
Yes.
last night. I love him.
Oh, last night, surprisingly.
Did you have sex
Okay.
with him last night?
We didn't hook up after we broke up a long time ago. No, I haven't done that. I'm friends with all my exes, really close to my exes, but I've never returned to the pool, the
No,
sexual
you
pool.
just
Once
passed-
it's
you passed
done,
them off to Jeff.
I'm done. I passed them
Yeah.
my sloppy sex.
I hook up with exes. That's like more of my thing.
It's a
You hook up with more of your exes than you do with new people.
I hooked up with 2 exes just this past month. I only have like 5.
exes. Like, how long were you dating?
One of them like a year, one of them only like a month. So
See,
one,
that's not really
no,
an-
that's
right,
not.
it's
No,
like-
no, you're right. Actually, sorry, you're right. One of them, and I shouldn't have said that because I don't even count them in the 5. The one that was dating, we took often. Yeah, but not your friend.
Wow. I guess the bottom line is
We
that
are
everyone's
Eskimos,
hooking up.
and we are, or sorry, Canadian siblings or
Canadian
whatever I
siblings,
said.
Canadian
You
cousins.
just,
Canadian
it's a rotation
cousins.
here in LA.
I'm sure that's offensive to Canadians, but I don't really care.
Yeah, no,
I
it was
don't,
more
no, I don't think I've ever come across somebody else or like a friend that I've banged someone that they've also banged.
Bang.
It's because he lives in downtown. I was like, if you lived closer proximity to West
You live
Hollywood,
downtown?
I
Yeah.
live downtown.
Oh yeah.
Where
Do you
do you
live
live?
in that high rise with the graffiti?
Not that's an abandoned building, but I
So,
do,
yeah, do you live
live
there?
in a high rise that it has direct view of that, which is annoying because now that's all I fucking see out of my window.
I love that thing. I think it's gorge. I would move down
Okay.
here just to look at it.
No,
It's an eyesore.
It is.
it is an eyesore. It's a half-finished building that was ugly enough to begin with, and now people just keep tagging over the other tagging. So then you can like see through like the new tagging, the old tag. It's so fucking stupid.
Okay. What? So
hear
do you
you.
live in West Hollywood?
And I'm afraid that building's going to collapse at some point because it's half finished and it's been half finished for 5 years.
Okay, we'll talk about architecture another time.
Well, like the foundation of that building, I live in Hollywood. That's
Yeah.
close to
Oh,
West
so do
Hollywood. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think we live far away from each other. Where are you?
I'm like
Yeah,
funny because
what's
I
your
got here on
address?
time.
It's only a few. It
I'm-
was
no,
the
I'm
parking
sorry,
garage.
It was the parking garage. My address is Santa Monica and Cahuenga.
Oh yeah, we're kind of neighbors. Yeah. How have we never hooked up on Grindr?
Well, that's why I was like, it'd be so funny.
Your
if-
age
so
limits
I'm
are too high. I mean, or too low.
I was
don't.
like, if we
You can put age limits?
Yeah, probably. You probably age out at
no,
40.
no, I don't know. Maybe you blocked me.
I might have.
I mean, anybody also, if I see anybody at Crosshair or Brick, I block them.
Yeah, if I see someone I know, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. get
But I was like,
worried.
no, had we hooked up, then it would have been a weird, because then I would have, and then,
We'd have a whole different relationship had we hooked up. I don't. I think we would be closer. I think it'd be closer.
I think we'd be closer.
Yeah.
Closer than me hooking up with your ex.
Oh, I'm glad you guys hooked up. He's wonderful.
Yeah, and yeah, actually, I like some shrooms from him before. Shroom
Oh,
chocolates,
that's
yeah.
very him.
Yeah, I would like actually go there and be like, I need some shroom chocolates.
Okay. Yeah.
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 No, I'm just kidding. I was not using, but no, it was a nice perk. It was. I was like, and then I would always just like, yeah, I don't know, like talk about the house.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about.
Well, I would ask
house.
questions.
Yeah.
Stupid questions.
To seem like you cared, and then you
You
wanted.
met him on
Sure.
Grindr? Or you met
Grinder,
him
yeah. One day when I was coming back from a vacation, and he happened
Okay.
to be like the first one to like, because he's not really my type, to be honest with you.
What
But
is your type?
ideally a ginger.
Really?
Oh,
Pale
there's nothing.
ginger.
A pale ginger.
on a death bed.
So I was
pasty.
thinking about doing some, like some Cedars jaunts, just a few runs down the hallways and
Yeah.
finding the love of my life, or a prison.
Are gingers in prison a lot?
No,
They're in Scotland a
they're
lot. You
very
should go
nice.
to-
Gingers are actually very nice. So preferably a ginger. I obviously know that they're like more of an endangered species. So if
Recessive gene.
So if I can't, I like a
Would you want
paler-
ginger babies?
so that they could grow up to be hot gingers, of course.
What is it about
Here,
a
but
ginger?
here's
Do
the
you
thing,
think? Do you
no.
think you saw like a certain film as a kid that you fell in love with? Where did
trauma.
it start?
And I will say this actually, I feel bad. Ginger kids are usually not super cute, but they grow up to be attractive men.
It's true.
It is, so it's tough because I think actually back then, I think when I was a child, I was like, oh, these ginger kids near me, like, oh, and now I'm like, oh my god, like I love these people. My friends will send me pictures like ginger spottings on Santa Monica, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. Now John, Arthur.
Unhinged.
Do you ever identify as Jonathan?
Well, no,
Well,
because it's not his name.
It isn't my name, but I.
Well, like people call me Zachariah. That's not what you've called me, Zachariah.
I do say Zachariah,
Is it Zachary?
Yeah.
Zacharini. I just John Arthur Hill. It's just one thing.
My name was supposed to be a double name. My parents are from the
John
South.
Arthur?
They wanted to be John Arthur, and I always thought that was so gay and embarrassing as a kid. So I was like, absolutely not.
I don't know that you have the charisma to carry both.
I do. I just choose to not
just wanna be
shine. I want to
John.
let other people shine.
You're
Yeah.
just a John.
Yeah.
Just a regular John.
Basic.
A hooker.
Yeah. A toilet.
Yeah, really.
Honestly, it's not even joking. I think I blocked out a lot. As I said, I'm 46. so
Blocked out or blacked out?
Both.
Okay.
And I think I blocked out a lot of memories. Some blips have come to me. One of them is because like there was a period in New York City when I lived there, which was really filthy. I was your age actually, or maybe a little younger than both of you, like probably 28-ish. And I grew up really straight laced, no drugs, no alcohol in the house, very Christian. Went to Pepperdine, and then when I moved to New York City, I kind of lost it.
Yeah.
And there was, I mean, I'll just run through some of the highlights. There was a period there. The one that's coming to me on the way here was, I woke up in my apartment, and a guy was texting me, and he was like, "I'm getting on the plane," and I was like,
Wait, what?
"Who in the fuck?" This is before Grindr. There was Manhunt, I guess. I don't
Or
know.
Adam for Adam.
I was like never an Adam for Adam.
You don't know that is?
I was Manhunt.
What is manhunt?
I know. I don't know. I can't
I
even
don't
tell
know.
you. It was a website.
Is it similar to Adam for Adam? Oh
Yes.
yeah, it is.
What
it
is
was
Adam for
It was a
Adam?
website because it was before smartphones, so it's just a web.
It was like Grindr on the browser.
Got it. Like Craigslist.
Well,
But looked more like Grindr. It was like
Yeah.
Manhunt. It's
Got
I
it.
believe the colors were similar as well.
they were red or yellow and
And
black. Yeah.
I'm like, you don't know what Grindr looks like?
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
They don't call them the yellow pages for nothing. Go ahead.
And he's like, "I'm getting on the plane," and I was like, "I don't know who this person is," so I just ignored it. And then, or like he was on his way to the plane. Like a few more texts. Like, "Can't wait to like get to New York and see you." And I literally had no idea at all. And then like 8 hours later, a text like, "I landed. I'm at JFK. Headed your way." And I think
How did he know where you live?
Yeah.
I still I don't know. So I go, this person is obvious. I won't engage. This is spam or something. So I ignored it, and I must have given him my address, because he was like, "Okay, like 10 minutes away." And at one point, I guess I said like, "Fuck off, scammer," or something rude, And I think he was like, "LOL." And then I literally went back to sleep or passed out drunk or something. And then I woke up, and my video call box in my apartment was buzzing, and there was a strange man buzzing me. I had apparently like met some guy either online or in person, I don't remember, and he like flown to New York, and I had never seen him before in my life, and I didn't open the door.
Did you? I was gonna say, did you host
Awful.
him?
No, I ghosted
Wait,
him. Yes, I did.
That's not nice.
But I didn't. This could be a killer.
This makes you look like a monster.
You literally gave him your address.
I don't
even
know
if
You
when
have
or
now
where.
looked. You have now come on here and looked filthy, and now like a monster.
I have nothing to hide. I live a very honest, clean cut life right now, so it's all
Have
good.
you ever done that? Like ghosted somebody that showed up at your door? I should have.
No, if somebody showed up
No,
my door,
I-
I'd welcome them.
No, I was telling Jeff that one time a little person showed up at my hotel.
Hot?
They-
That would make me instantly come.
But he did not disclose that he was a little person beforehand. And
Why
so,
should it matter? Why are you
well,
racist?
Thank you.
It
So
is racist,
Then
Zack.
I
Ableist fuck.
Yeah.
so that's why I decided to fuck him.
Also, you're not far off.
I
No, I'm just- I'm
committed.
just kidding. I'm just-
So you're a top. I can just tell by the way you're speaking about things.
About the
I
little
banged
person.
him. I banged him. I fucked the little.
Well, no, I've had moments where I've bottomed in the past. I've
What-
just never enjoyed it.
I haven't either. I can't do it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I wish I did. It looks like it feels wonderful.
It looks
Like any time I've ever like enjoyed it, like I was faking 80% of it because
How do you fake it?
Enjoy it. You just pretend. Oh, it feels good. Like you just like
It
you
ha-
moan.
honestly,
you
it's like
do-
it has to be with poppers to be like. Otherwise, it's like ugh.
I don't like.
What are the things you say when you're faking it?
You just moan.
It's so big. I can't believe how big it is.
Oh
Pee
yeah.
on me, pee on me. You know?
No, I do that. Like, what I hate sucking dick, but if I'll suck dick, I'll like be, it's so big, and it's like 4 inches. You just you stroke the ego.
I know you're young. But you have a soul that is so jaded that I hope you are okay.
You know, okay, so this is actually
Every
the
guest
second
you've brought
person
in
that has
here?
read him and said you are essentially so jaded. I'm sorry that you're jaded. One of Miley's
Jaded
best songs,
how?
by the
I'm
way.
such a cunt, but like
I'm actually we're going back to more so like Aerosmith jaded. Yeah.
Jaded.
Yeah. which is actually
jaded.
one of the best.
I don't-
Interesting assessment.
What, that
But
he's
that is-
jaded?
Yeah. Do you agree? This is the second
Yeah,
guest.
I mean,
you've
I
brought in
agreed
the
on that
studio
one. I
that
agreed
has
on-
attacked my character.
And listen, people have come in here and only spoken lovely things about my character.
I love your character.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have a sweet soul. I thought of a
you
dating.
do have a really sweet soul.
Thank
You're
you.
way nicer,
I
like
am
way
actually
sensitive and
a
like
very nice boy.
romantic, and I'm
Yeah.
not at all.
Don't like my hands.
Why don't you have a
Can
boyfriend?
be.
They all broke up. They all break up with me. I was saying that.
Well, what's wrong with you?
Do you think you're too clingy?
No.
love
I mean, they
clingy.
don't see it
You
long.
like
They always say this. They always say I don't see it long term, which in my mind, I'm like, do you mean financially? I don't know. I also there's always some sort of.
They're not ginger enough.
Well, no, the last one was Ginger, and he's.
Hmm.
Oh, here's the thing too. I brought home 2 guys to visit my family to meet them, and they both broke up with me after.
Right.
Literally within a few days.
It sounds.
yeah.
It sounds like
I've
an
heard that,
intense
like,
experience meeting your family.
I've heard
right?
that
a
8
lot.
times, and I still get shocked every time I hear it.
It is actually, and my sister always joked for like no, and it is. I mean.
Hmm.
And he was like, what do I do? I'm dying. And this was like all this stuff. And they're like, you got to keep up. My mom was just like feeding him Adderall. And he's like, please, Jeff, like, can I just
How are
like
your
take
parents still alive?
When I
That's a
tell you
great
it's
question.
shocking.
Wow.
It is. If
They're
you
gonna
know
be.
it-
They're gonna live till 200. They're gonna be like the
Oh.
secret is just like
they're like
booze and Adderall.
Yeah.
65 and 7, and they are. Well, I told you what they did on a daily basis.
I think it's because you tear your body down so much that your body's just constantly in a state of repairing itself.
Yeah.
That might be kind of smart.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I like.
they're
Why
onto
not
something.
go out with a bang?
My dad is like, I feel great.
What are their occupations?
My mom was a nurse, and my dad like owned his like a contracting business. But the
Slay.
nurse, yeah, she's so Nurse Jackie. She was just like Xanax out of her mind. So the patient, she's like, "Hi, I'm Nurse Susan."
I used to put Xanax up my butt,
You were
Oh,
a
because it
boother.
absorbs
I was.
faster.
and it was awful.
Well, contrary to belief, you can't. People are like, oh, I snorted Xanax. But you're an idiot. It has
No,
very
it's
low
a waste.
nasal availability, so you like
Yeah.
can't really feel it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Better
so
to
you were.
just put it up your butt.
I was
Boofing.
I boofed it. Yeah.
Do you boof?
I've never boofed. I was just injecting.
I heard
stuff.
that like were we talking about this about girls that like put vodka up their butt?
Tampons.
Tampons with vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plug.
He's like, I'm one of those girls.
I'm wearing a tampon. I have one inside me right now. I have a full pad full of Absolute. Yeah.
Not absolute.
Absolute.
One time I thought of a dating story. One
Yeah.
time when I first was dating Andy, who is my co-host and ex-boyfriend, and
Andy
Cohen.
Cohen.
Oh, you used to date him?
We broke up
Yeah.
20 years ago. But yeah. When we first started dating, he was like, come to this New Year's Eve party. It was very, like famous people's house. It was like Sarah Jessica Parker's house, and we've been dating for maybe a month, and we were super hot and heavy into it. What was that?
Because I coughed like phlegm. Whatever.
We all
He's telling
know.
a great
You're
story.
still
It's
sick.
called
They're
pouring
like
out of me.
sound
Well,
bites
Sorry,
here,
go
and
ahead,
you're
go
just
ahead.
like,
I'm sorry.
TBD if it's a great
Hack up
story.
a-
No, we'll keep going.
But I
Yes,
want,
please.
and he was like, "Come to this party." I had done my own. It was New Year's Eve, and I had done my own thing with my friends. He's like, "Well, after midnight happened, he's like, well, come downtown and meet me, pick me up, and then we'll go home." And I picked him. I went over to her house, their house, and it was a bunch of like all these famous people. And I was young. I was probably 23 or 4, and hadn't lived in New York that long. And I was semi starstruck, I guess, but just kind of wide eyed. And I hadn't had anything to drink. I had maybe had 1 glass of champagne.
Just the tampon up your butt.
Yeah, just a soaked through.
Yeah.
Maxi pad. I like to just have a pad. Anyway, and I got there and I started housing cupcakes, which later I found out had hash in them. And I was sitting down and someone was regaling like a group of famous people about what a K-hole was.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, well, a K-hole is this, and this is like just walking through the experience of what a K-hole was. And as he was talking about it, I started to feel really faint. And I got panicked, and I started to like freak out. I guess the hash was not mixing well with my system, plus the champagne, plus it was late. I was nervous, and I started to like see spots while I'm sitting down. And I was like, well, I'm gonna pass out in front of all these famous people. I'm so mortified. So I just did what I thought the best thing was to do, which I got up and I just walked away, and I head toward like the kitchen or the bar. And the last thing I saw was like these 2 fags get up and just like part like the Red Sea, and I just completely cold, passed out, record scratch, party over. I blacked out. I woke up, and the entire group of like famous people that I had seen on my TV all growing up were all like on the floor holding me like, are you okay? Matthew Broderick was like, do you want to take a shower? Like I
You
looked,
smell.
I was a sweaty, cold, filthy, disgusting mess.
I've heard not one thing that makes it sound like a bad night.
It was really embarrassing, and it didn't. I wasn't like partying and felt great.
No,
I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't
Yeah.
know I had been
I've been in a K-hole. It's not.
egregiously hash roofied
Mm-hmm.
with a delicious cupcake.
Wait, and there was also ketamine in there?
No, there wasn't. Some
Oh,
guy was
oh,
just
oh, gotcha,
talking.
gotcha.
He just happened to be like
Okay,
talking,
okay.
and as he talking, his words like got into my brain, like wormed into my psyche, and I was like, "Oh, what is happening to me?" And he was like, "Yeah, you start to lose consciousness. You start, or however he was describing K-hole. I literally don't remember. I've never been in a K-hole. Have you?
I have, yes.
Have you?
No.
I one time actually was. This is really bad. I was going. We went with my friend. It was in New Jersey. We went into the city to pick up Kay. It was in the middle of the night. It was pouring fucking rain. It was in her car. We're doing tons of bumps of Kay through the Holland Tunnel, and she's feeding it to me while I'm driving. And then I was gonna come out the
You're
tunnel, and I'm
driving
like,
and doing that?
driving stick. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, it's the middle of the night. I'm blind as a bat. It's pouring rain, driving stick, and I'm just in a massive K-hole, and somehow I drove us home.
Wow. That's
I don't know
commitment.
how.
Well, I feel like when you're,
Yeah.
even when you're high or you're drunk, like when you're committed.
It was like, it's such a, I was so disassociated that I was like, okay, like that exit is there. And I was like, I'm going to take it. It's almost like, I don't know if I'm taking it, but like somehow I just took it.
Do you, when you think back to these experiences, do you think, wow, I'm so lucky, note to self, watch out for yourself next time?
Oh my God, no, if you, and this is
It's like we did
again,
it once.
I'm actually
Let's go out again.
I feel like
see
people
how far we can push
see like
it.
the vacation stories, which is like when I go, even it's like my ex know it's like, oh, I'm preparing, like this vacation's gonna take me out. I'm actually a very tame person. I like don't do anything. I'm like in bed by 8:30.
Yeah.
So no, but yeah, looking back, I'm like that was wild.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, the vacation. I'm like, guys, it was just
It's going to be so, yeah, be careful.
I swear.
I
To God,
thought
I do nothing.
I was the best stone. I never drove drunk, but I was a stone driver a lot. I thought I drove like brilliantly stoned. It was really dangerous. Don't do that.
Listen,
It's
you guys
horrible.
can get a DUI. I once got a DUI, and it wasn't. I just because I had drugs on me, and I got a DUI. I left jail, and they're like, "You got a DUI." I was
You
like,
were in
"What?"
jail?
A few times.
How many times?
A few times.
Yeah.
He's got a few mugshots.
Wow,
A
let me
lot,
see one.
actually.
You should make a merch shirt with all your
I do. I know. I
mugshots.
need to bring it. I need to bring it
Now,
back.
when you go to jail, are you getting raped? Are you making
No,
friends?
I'm raping. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm like doing
Yeah,
drugs.
how was your time in jail?
Which
You're doing
time?
You're doing drugs in the jail?
Sometimes, yeah, I would like like trade Cinnabons for like Klonopin or something. Because a lot of times too, it's like if they get somebody in there has seizures, they get prescribed it, but they're tonguing it, and then whatever. Because you're like, what else am I gonna do? I'd rather just like take a Klonopin and try to get through this.
Sure.
But most of the time I was like withdrawing from heroin was terrible.
Yeah.
And then I would be like, yeah, I'm bouncing back, guys. And then I would like play card games.
Girl.
Remember one time I was watching Claws? Remember that show on TNT?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Niecy
Claws.
Nash.
Yeah. So we
Shout
watched-
out Niecy.
They loved Claws, so we would watch Claws, and then I don't know, it was a different one. One time I was getting bussed to LA County Jail from like the Torrance courthouse because I turned myself in. And then we had to go pick up the girls on the way at Lindley. And then when we were getting off, they were like, boys, we're like, what? We turned around and they all flashed.
Oh, nice.
And I was
I
like,
was in a mental
okay.
institution for 2 hours in Bellflower.
There's some.
How did that happen?
Okay, yeah.
I called the
They're
fire
rough.
department on myself because I was lonely. during the pandemic.
Okay, that you know what?
Never tried
John,
that one.
you should have led with that story.
Oh my god, I'm gonna jerk off.
Oh, to those.
What are you looking at?
My mugshots.
Oh,
This one leaves a lot to be desired.
I was
Who were we
7. I
here?
think I was 17 or 18. Maybe 18 because it was. That's why I got it.
Um,
Don't show the give it to me.
the rest.
Give it to
he
me.
only showed one.
Give it to me.
You were born in
You
1947.
literally had these
Give it to
on
me.
shirts.
Give it to me.
Oh my god,
You
I thought
just
I
have a collection of your mugshots?
No, that one because I put that on a shirt. That's why. There are more than that. That's just because the 9 that fit.
one more I was gonna say is I'm bad at dating because I either want to be in a boyfriend zone or just have sex. I'm not good at like dating around and having like good communication about what are we or whatever. I'm not great with it.
What?
What are we?
So like I dated this guy, or we went out a couple times, and I thought he was so cool. He was so funny and such a good guy, and I was like, this could be like boyfriend material.
Okay.
But he lived on the East Coast. I lived out here, and we were texting back and forth. We had already kind of met and gone on a few dates, and he was cute. And I was like, well, I have a free ticket on Virgin. It's back when Virgin, I guess, like was still
Still
happening.
around. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna give you this free ticket. Come visit me and like have like a romantic weekend
A
or
lot of
whatever.
people flying to see you.
I gave it to him. He was like, yeah, I booked it. And then he lied and used it to like go visit his mom. Like we never talked again.
I respect it.
I kind of do too.
Yeah.
Especially after
I'm a fool for doing that.
you booted
you
that one
did,
guy
yeah.
who showed up at your door.
That's karma.
Karma.
There
Yeah.
you go. It
I
came
was
back
20.
to get you.
I was like maybe just like the year later. That's why. And so that means I'm even.
Are you?
Although I don't know who that person was. I still don't know. And he, from the like grainy video on my apartment video buzzer, looked like someone I should not let in. If he was hot, I would have let him in. He was weird.
Yeah.
I would have. Hello, I was a like drunken whore mess, like passing out. If a hot guy magically appeared, I would be
Well,
like, "Come on in."
I
Yeah.
will say this one time. This was like
Didn't you do
I would
that?
say like a couple.
This guy looked like
no,
a killer, Wendy Williams style killer.
a couple months ago. I had texted, of course, my ex to hook up, but there was no response. So hours later, I'm just like relaxing at home. So I get a knock at the door. Usually, you think I'm always like, "It's the cops," obviously.
Yeah.
I open the door.
You could benefit from some breath work or some yoga. I want to do some deep breathing with you.
Okay. Sure. Noon yoga with Daria at Brick. But so then I open the door and it is my ex in there with his pants down.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Get in here!" And that was the most.
Yeah,
And I
it is.
said it. I was like, "This was the most attractive thing." I mean, I jerked off to that for so long. So like, this is like the best porn ever. Like this hot man with his dick out just shows up at my door.
And he was your ex already.
Well, yeah.
I would not feel comfortable.
What was
with
he?
that.
Was it supposed to be like a bit or?
I don't think he has bits.
So he was just trying to like. He's like, the dick's out.
Like.
I think he just thought it was attractive, which it was.
Okay, that's great. He
If
knew
somebody
he knew what
showed
you
up
wanted.
at my door with their dick out, I would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
One time, a guy opened the door and he was wearing a cowboy hat and nothing else, and I still
Slammed it
did
shut.
it, but I wanted
Of
to
course you
slam it
did.
shut. I
Well,
didn't like
a
that. I don't like
cowboy hat
I don't
and
like
nothing
comedy and
Yeah.
sex.
No, it doesn't mix with me.
I'm not giggling. No.
That's one of my deal breakers. We were going to go through deal breakers, but I don't know if we have time. John's like, no, he has a hard
You have
out.
2 minutes.
Well, if we would only just be scratching the surface, because I was going to go through some of mine and some of yours and some of
Well, what are
yours.
your top 3 deal breakers?
Comedy and sex.
Comedy
No,
and
I'm
sex.
honestly like wearing an Apple Watch.
Oof.
I don't know, like driving a Tesla is pretty tough. What are my deal
y'all,
breakers?
I hated Tesla.
It's actually disgusting to me.
I
and
hate a
it's
white
just so,
Tesla.
It's so indicative of your personality.
Exactly.
I really don't do. If you have pronouns in your bio, to me it reads that you're a sensitive
No.
person.
Yeah.
It just means you're sensitive.
I know some people that I do love who do that because in corporate America you kind of have to.
Yeah,
that's
but
my
that's
friends that do
annoying,
that
yeah.
say that, but to
But-
me, I'm just like, are you so sensitive?
No, but when it's like in their Twitter bio, I'm like, nobody's paying that much attention.
I don't
to
know
you.
what my like I haven't.
You don't know what your pronouns are?
No, I haven't. I just like I'm such an old queen that it's like I've always just been called he or she, and I
Yeah.
haven't thought about it. But so now I'm like, well, yeah. But I respect anybody who does a pronoun, whatever. I love it. Do more pronouns. More pronouns the better.
Okay, honestly, do you? But just for me, I'm like, we probably wouldn't be super compatible. Is what
No.
it is.
Yeah, you live your life
Okay.
and live it away from me.
People that go to Coachella, I think it's a deal breaker.
Die.
Yeah, thank you.
I've never been. Or Burning Man. Fuck
Deal
that.
breaker.
Oh yeah, no.
I would never do Burning
I do
Man.
feel like your
Mm-mm.
ex would be somebody that would have gone there.
To Burning Man probably.
Yeah, I could see it.
But
Because I know him well as well now.
he doesn't have the patience for like that long of a like
Journey.
It's no for like that like a week, maybe for like a night and do some drugs and like party and come back do ecstasy or something. But like a week out and like
the
all
desert.
that and like the crusty butt.
I would K word myself.
No.
No, I would
No.
not.
Androids.
Androids
Deal
are a
breaker.
deal breaker.
Oh, I had one when I was.
Yeah, in the past.
yeah.
Now we've evolved, culturally.
Would you date
we've
somebody now
advanced.
if you're texting somebody that comes up green?
No.
Would you call the cops?
Frustrates me, and it frustrates me when anybody who works in like any sort of media or tech or anything. I'm like, what are you doing? You have to have an iPhone. It's not like we have to share shit.
Yeah, I'm like, they're
I
like,
have to
"Oh, it's
heart
for-
your text.
It's for the compatibility or for the functional. I don't know what they say. They're fucking losers.
Well, I feel like we're
the
compatible.
customization.
We hate the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Real estate agents.
That's a bit of
It could be-
Everyone's like a
We would
luxury
have
real
nothing to
estate
talk
agent.
about. I just would have
Yeah.
nothing to say, and I don't. When I walk into a space, I'm missing the gay design gene, or I would be like, oh, great, it's a house, it's big, it's expensive, like work, okay. But
I
like,
have seen. There's been short clips in his Instagram story with your home in it. And it doesn't
that
seem-
is me like pimping out my own rental.
I feel like there's just like stacks of stuff,
Stacks of stuff.
piles.
Like books.
There's no piles in my apartment.
Piles
There's
of
plants.
I don't know. Actually, I don't remember.
I don't like
I
too
just
many
feel like
plants.
maybe I've seen like a stack of like vinyls or something.
Oh no.
Then yeah, stacks
Not-
of crap.
I'm not doing a stack of vinyls. I'm too tired in life to do any sort of like cute hobby. You know?
Okay, Swifties.
Hard pass.
You can like
can
her
like her.
music,
You
Hard pass.
you can like
can
her
like her.
music,
You can
but you
her,
cannot be
but
like
I
a
don't need a
bracelet
diehard,
wearing
no.
Swiftie.
No.
Yeah.
I don't get the bracelet thing.
What, and when we're not 6.
Well, these are
You're all
all
girls.
So you have to
No,
keep
but
in
like
mind,
what she like likes to give friendship bracelets, and so that's like a thing that like the fans
these are like
do.
10-year-olds and stuff.
No,
Like,
these are
No,
our
they're
peers.
like 40-year-old women.
Yeah, and men.
men, gay
And
men.
men.
it's very embarrassing.
yeah,
It's embarrassing.
And they're the same ones that are going to Coachella.
yeah.
And they're Teslas. Losers. Okay, last one. Well, actually, yeah, Gaga gays.
yeah.
I don't know any anymore. They're kind of
Yeah,
like
you're right.
dinosaurs of
Did
the
they
past.
die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now they've
They
become
are. Well,
Swifties.
that's so even worse. So if I did come across one now, or a
Oh, I know
cat,
one.
or a Katy cat.
But that's kind of vintage because it was only like a 2-year period where Katy
Yeah.
No,
cats were
she
even.
had a stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, not super long. Let's not kid ourselves, but yeah. No.
What about a Barb?
no?
I know you're a Twitter person, but I can't with the Twitter gay. That's a deal breaker for
I
me.
actually, but I'm not a Twitter gay. And I've long said I'm like I'm not even on gay Twitter. I'm just like
I hate it, and I
hate it.
hate the personality that comes around. These people are
Vile.
so proud of their hot, like, oh my God, you're not gonna believe this take I had on this app that nobody gives a shit about. It is the most
They're foul.
worthless waste of time. Like, it's like hurry up and die. Not them, the platform.
Oh.
But like
I would be sad if the platform.
like the hot takes of it all,
Why are
like
you on Threads?
gassing
Are
each
you on
other.
Threads?
I'm on Threads.
Oh, I know. I've seen your threads. I'm like, you're the only one that uses it that I follow.
I kind of stopped using it, but
I feel like most people aren't really using it. I just use it because they tell me like I just like will repost things that I post on Twitter onto Threads.
I just repost my tweets on Instagram.
it's just like
Yeah,
That's like
but
why
then
I
you
have
can
it.
share them. You can share the thread to Instagram. It's an easier way than screenshotting
I don't
the
want to
tweet
support
and posting
threads.
it.
I don't like the movement.
I don't either, but I'm.
I haven't
getting
been on
board with
Facebook
it.
since 2000 and maybe like 11 or something. I deleted
Same,
it.
use Facebook,
same.
everyone's
They made me bring it back to like a link
Yeah.
merch. I had to have it linked.
What's
so it
your
just
merch?
exists. Well, it's gone now.
Oh,
Doesn't have merch anymore.
I
Oh.
got rid of it. I
would
need
have
it.
bought
It's
your
the whole
merch.
thing. No, because then there was
I
like an
think you could
issue
use
with
the
there was
cash
it actually was great. There was an issue with like the domain where something was being sold, and I just like let it go. This is in the past like 6 months. I need to just fix it. I had other stuff going on.
I'd like to make some merch. Oh, this was fun.
Yeah, John's like, my heart out is 4 minutes ago. We didn't finish our deal breakers.
Thank you for having me. I would love to come
Thank you
back.
for
Please come on
coming.
my show.
I've never been
come.
invited.
I know. Well,
You're
'cause
being invited now.
my show's only once a week, so we're backed up. But please come.
And we are finding John Arthur Hill at.
That was it. Just put an
Oh,
at in front
that
of
is
that.
your.
Yeah,
How'd you get lucky with that one?
I know. Been around.
Well, we heard.
Well, maybe I'll unblock you on Grindr now.
Can you unblock people?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I think you have to go through. Yeah.
If I could, I would. I can't, so I won't.
Okay. Well,
Very
thank you,
important
John.
information. It was lovely.
That was lovely. It was lovely. You can find me at Epstein on both platforms. The aforementioned Twitter.
And Twitter. I'm at just plain Zack all over the internet.
Just a plain bitch. Thank you.